Hey, I'm Primitive Tim. In today's episode, I'm going to show you guys how I like to gather my mistletoe. I've got a Christmas party tonight, so I've been told that I need to provide the mistletoe, and I've got some right up in a tree, so I'm just going to show you guys how I do that. Before we go trying to cut this, we need to know where to look. And it's important that we have deciduous trees around, especially if you're anywhere north of Florida. Your trees are going to lose their leaves by Christmas time. As you can see, these trees still have leaves on them. But by Christmas time, most trees in most of the US should have lost all their leaves. And this mistletoe is going to stand out like a sore thumb. And so basically, you'll see it growing in trees along the side of the road or wherever, especially in pecan orchards, groves, I don't know what they're called. So you go look for them, and once the tree loses all its leaves, this mistletoe is gonna keep its leaves, and they'll keep their leaves all winter long. So when you see a tree that looks completely bare, and then there's like a big tuft of leaves in the middle of it, like these guys right here, that's gonna be a mistletoe. And so you find that, climb up the tree, cut it down, and then you're all good. This is all the mistletoe I gathered, and it's actually a pretty cool plant. It's very unique in that it's a parasitic plant. So what that means is it uses another host to live. And in today's case, it was a big oak tree. And so this plant will grow into that oak tree and steal nutrients from the oak tree and survive off of that. As of course, photosynthesis will also occur, and it'll get that energy from the sun. But I'm just going to tell you guys a little bit about it if you're interested. You'll notice it's got a bunch of berries on it. So these berries are kind of important. They're food for birds. So different types of birds will eat these berries, and that's actually how the plant is spread, pretty much solely by birds. And so what happens is the bird comes along, eats it. There's a little seed inside these little berries, and eats that berry and then poops it out on another tree. And so if the seeds in that berry germinate, they'll stick to that tree in the bird poop, and the seeds will germinate. So once they start growing, they'll have roots that go through the bark and into the tree, where it will start sucking out nutrients. And then of course it'll sprout leaves and start getting energy from the sun through photosynthesis. And then it'll just continue to grow and be more intrusive in its parasitic lifestyle. So the purpose behind it is it gives birds an opportunity to nest, and so it provides cover, and you can tell it's pretty thick. So it's a good thick area for birds to build their nests in. Also, of course, the birds like to eat the berries. But another thing it does is, say we're in a huge forest and there's lots of large trees, it'll cause a branch to become weak, and so when a big windstorm comes through, that entire branch may break off and leave a gaping hole in the canopy, so sun is reaching through the canopy and hitting the ground. Now when this happens, all these little seeds that are sitting underground, they're gonna be like, ooh, I've got sun, and they're gonna start sprouting up. And so when they have that opportunity to grow in their sunlight, all these little trees are starting to compete against each other to fill in that gap in the canopy. And so it allows the forest to be younger and to continue to replenish itself, so that there aren't like a bunch of huge trees that are shading out all the other trees. So there's more biodiversity when you have new trees coming up, because it's not necessarily going to be another oak tree or another hickory. It could be a maple, a magnolia. Who knows which one is going to fill that gap. So these guys actually do allow for some diversity, and it's really cool how they just keep the ecosystem in balance. So I hope you guys can get some mistletoe for your next Christmas party. And until next time, find a new way to appreciate nature.